All right, let's go to the next question. Number 8, or wait, yeah, number 8. This is from Avery Bunton, who says, should Christians work for business that include agenda promoting sin, like Disney? It has a diverse product, but included is sinful ideas. How can we not be unequally yoked in non-marital situations? I'm actually going to tackle... So that scripture, not being unequally yoked, it's in 2 Corinthians. And actually, I'm kind of been rethinking my understanding of that verse, and I don't think I want to comment on it just yet. What I would say is, if you have assumptions about the phrase, read it in context carefully. I'm not sure that I've always understood it correctly. I was thinking about this recently. So let me marinate on that for a while, though. But the idea of, should Christians work for businesses that have agendas that promote sin? I think that... there's wisdom in working for companies that do things you believe in, but I don't think it's necessary. And here I want to say it's not like an on-off switch. It's more like a sliding scale. If I'm working for, say, a company that produces pornographic videos, I should quit. But if I'm working for a company that produces mostly good and okay content that's peppered with bad stuff, and then they take some of the proceeds they make and they use it to support bad political agendas, I'm not saying it's totally okay. I'm just saying it's not where everything the company's doing is expressly ungodly. And so it seems like a sliding scale. Sliding scales can be dangerous because I'm not implying that that it's no biggie or something like that. But I will say this. For me, where I would draw the line for sure is this. If my work in the company is directly causing wickedness, then I can't do that work because my labor is causing wickedness. Now, if the proceeds or the profits coming from my labor are being used for bad things, some of them, that is not on me in the sense that I am not in control. So imagine you work for a mechanic and you're working on fixing cars, but you know the boss who owns the shop does all kinds of ungodly things. He uses the money from the mechanic shop he's saving because he's going to open up a strip club, which he will ironically call a gentleman's club, as if any gentleman would ever go into a club to watch women dance for them who aren't their wives. Gentleman's club. That's the world. So are you responsible? Because you're helping produce a product that gets money that he's going to use to do something very ungodly. And I think the answer is no. You're responsible for the work you produce. You're responsible for what you do with the money that comes from that. He's responsible for what he does with the money that comes from that. With Disney, it's a little more gray. You might be working on a movie that you know is pushing these really bad agendas, as they have said they want to push these just ungodly and immoral and untrue agendas, that you might be working on a product, a movie, and you may have to say, you know what, my work is directly impacting this stuff in a way that I can't be part of it. But I'm going to leave that to individuals. I'm not going to tell like everybody who, let's say that you work in a store at Disney and you're like scanning people's Buzz Lightyear doll, and then someone's telling you have to quit your job. And you're like, well, I don't really feel like I'm part of that. So I'm going to leave that up to individual consciences. There's my muddled answer for you. All right, number 9. Oh, well, let me back up real quick on this and just say, in the early church, we don't have a lot of data about the types of jobs they had. And they don't exactly have the employer-employee type relationships we have. And so it's difficult to find a parallel to the New Testament for your question. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to answer from a more general perspective of, when my actions and my labor directly cause, through my actions, ungodliness, I have to stop. When my actions and my labor cause profits that someone else uses for ungodly things, that is not the same. And I think that's just a separation of responsibility.